that the bourse is up close to 0.5%. Which stocks pulled the bourse up today?
Thank you, Feli, for having me on the program. The Nigerian Stock Exchange actually closed on a slightly positive note, appreciating by about 13 basis points against yesterday performance. It was basically driven by volume sale. By the activities of the banking industry, which, according to Stanbic IBTC banking index, rose by 3.78%.
And how do you expect the bourse to close tomorrow?
We expect the trend to continue tomorrow, although it could still close on a slightly positive note, say a flat performance by the end of the week. Because so far so good, the bourse has performed slightly flatly by about 1.07% for the week up to today. So we expect the trend to continue tomorrow, and possibly by extension next week. We expect increasing volumes to dictate the trend of the market. Thereby, the market still has some chances to close positively by the end of next week.
Why is there so much activity on the banking sector?
I think investors are gradually fizzling out. People have seen the provision made by all these banks that have churned out provisions for bad loan losses arising out of the stock market crash. And people are gradually seeing the transparency in the financial being churned out by some of these banks. So it gives a lot of confidence to investors to come back to the market.
Guaranteed Trust Assurance is listing today. Why is it listing so late in the year?
On Guaranteed Trust Assurance, I may not be able to say the listing is seemingly late. It depends on the company's management, what they think at the right time that they should come to the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. But I think so far so good, it might just be the best time for the management of the company to come out to the market.
And how different will their products be to other insurance companies in Nigeria?
Evidently, the listing increases the number of insurance companies on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, particularly in that sector. And besides that, I think they will be leveraging on the good track record of the parent company, which is Guaranteed Trust Bank. So far so good, they've also been able to manage their balance sheet very well. The numbers I have with me as at the last check says that tells about a company that is strong in balance sheet benchmarks, and I believe they have a good and conservative management team that will be able to take the insurance company to the next level.
How do you think that the market will respond to this listing?
It depends on it. Actually depends on the way the investors perceive the timing of the company by coming to the market at this time, and also I think a lot will also depend on the free float shares of the company, which will actually influence the volume of shares that investors will be allowed to trade on.
And what's the insurance sector like in Nigeria at the moment? Because in East Africa, the insurance sector is not doing so well. What's the scenario like in West Africa?
I think for the Nigerian insurance sector, we still need a lot of education. We still need a lot of awareness. We discovered that a lot of people are still not fully aware about the advantages in insurance business. I think that gap would actually not be a good thing for the sector to grow, as long as we don't really have the awareness that is needed to push the sector forward in the country. I'm afraid we may not be able to see much growth in that sector in the medium time.